Okay, so I'm Jarod Squire, February 1st, 2020. And did you guys have any like special places to hang out with when you were growing up, like with friends and family?
Special places to hang out. Can you think of one?
We grew up in Idaho Falls, and I think the place that we hung out most besides home was another friend's house. We used to set up Monopoly games, and we would play there, and then when we had to go home, we'd just leave the board out, and then we'd come back. And we hung out a lot at the church. We played basketball a lot there, and did other things there. It just seemed like that was kind of a social gathering place all the time.
I remember one place that it was really just in the backyard of a home that we were renting and living in, but the garage was kind of set way back, and there was another little shed sort of thing, and there was just a bit of a yard behind, but they didn't grow anything there. It was just kind of weeds and grass, but it was kind of hidden away. And sometimes my friends and I would like to kind of go back in there where we couldn't be seen from the house and tell stories or do whatever we were doing. Yeah, hadn't thought about that for a long time. But in that same house, it was just a small one-bedroom house, and there was my mom and dad and my older sister and I, and there was on the other side of the back of the yard, there was a little, we called it the playhouse, and it was just like one very small bedroom. Didn't have a bathroom or anything. It was just a small room, but it had a bed in it, and but no heat or anything. So in the summertime, my sister and I would sleep out there at night. In the wintertime, it was too cold, and so we had to sleep on a couch bed that would open up. And so we had to, every night we'd pull out the couch bed, and that was where Marilyn and I would sleep. And then in the daytime, we had to make it, but because there wasn't room to leave it out, because it took up space of the room. It was quite a small little house. We had a lot of fun there, and there was a couple of big apricot trees in the yard, and that was a place that I loved to do, climb up in the tree and kind of hide out in the tree and pretend no one could see me when they would walk up and down the street and things like that.
Yeah.
Did you have kind of a hiding place like that, or somewhere you went to not be seen or noticed?
Yeah.
Or a favorite canal you guys swam in?
I remember there was an old bed frame. It kind of got splintered and broken. It was a wooden headboard and foot thing with a couple of things down the side, and I remember we set it out in the backyard by the tree, and we dug a big cave, kind of like a cave underneath it. And that's where we would go to hide.
Kind of a clubhouse.
Yeah, kind of a clubhouse type thing. So, but we used to play in the trees in our backyard a lot too. It was during the war when I was growing up, and we used to play bombardier. One would be the pilot, one would be the bombardier, and one would be the gunner, and so forth. And so we'd get different perches in there's zeros coming, get out of the way. Things like that. Okay.
Another
Anything
one?
else?
You just had the one?
Yeah,
Okay.
there's-
Any things you want to ask yourself? No.
No.
All right. Thanks.
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay.